On June 15th, 2025, Ahvaz's ordinary night was shattered by sudden violence. A deafening roar filled the air as explosions ripped through the city, lighting up the sky and sending families fleeing into the streets. Fires raged, windows shattered, and chaos reigned as Israeli fighter jets streaked overhead. Official statements later claimed precision strikes on military targets, but for residents, the destruction was indiscriminate. Homes, bakeries, and schools were reduced to rubble, the city's power and vital bridge were crippled. The attack's true impact was felt by ordinary people, left in darkness, searching for loved ones, and fearing what might come next. The night the sky burned marked only the beginning of their ordeal. In Khuzestan hospital, the human cost was overwhelming. Doctors worked without rest, supplies dwindled, and the wounded filled every corner. Ahmad, a shopkeeper, searched desperately for his missing family, echoing the anguish of countless others. These were not soldiers but ordinary people, teachers, workers, parents, caught in a war they never chose. Outside, entire neighborhoods were destroyed. Maryam, a student, stood before the ruins of her home, questioning the meaning of military targets. Thousands fled Ahvaz, creating a mass exodus that strained nearby towns already short on food and water. The suffering rippled outward, touching every aspect of civilian life. The suffering crossed borders. In Israel, Iranian missiles and drones forced families into shelters, schools closed, and daily life ground to a halt. The Iron Dome intercepted many threats, but fear lingered, every siren a reminder of danger. Shira, a mother in Tel Aviv, described putting her children to bed fully clothed, always ready to run. In Iran, the destruction in Khuzestan crippled the economy. Fuel shortages, rationing, and blackouts deepened the crisis. Both nations faced economic collapse, isolation, and a growing sense of despair. The cycle of attack and counterattack drained resources and morale, leaving civilians to pay the highest price. The war was fought as much online as on the ground. Iranian and Israeli media spun narratives of heroism and precision, masking the true cost to civilians. Social media became a battleground of fake images, deepfakes, and misinformation, making truth elusive. Reza, a journalist in Ahvaz, struggled to share reality. His reports dismissed as propaganda or fake news. The fog of war was now digital, erasing empathy and deepening distrust on both sides. As violence escalated, the world's leaders gathered at the UN, but their words changed nothing. The Security Council split along familiar lines, condemnations, vetoes, and stalemates. For people like Ahmad and Shira, these debates were meaningless as bombs continued to fall. The machinery of diplomacy failed, leaving civilians trapped in a relentless cycle of violence. Regional militias joined the fray, raising the risk of a wider war. The world watched, debated, and failed to act, as millions remained in peril. Amidst the devastation, the human spirit endured. In makeshift camps, children played football, their laughter defying despair. Neighbors shared food, strangers searched for survivors, and volunteers comforted the grieving. In both Iran and Israel, families turned to faith and each other for strength. Prayers for peace echoed in mosques and synagogues. These small acts of resilience and compassion offered hope, even as the future remained uncertain. The question remains, will leaders finally listen to the desperate cries for peace?